following will contain some spoilers for the Owl House. Please watch the show before continuing. Thank you. Hello again everyone! Welcome back to another Dragon videos, as well as another segment of the Owl House. I know, there's been a lot and there's only like 11 episodes left of this series. In season 2 anyway, I know there's a season 6 going on. Anyway, we basically had a heart-wrenching ending in yesterday's lie, where Camila was forcing Luz to keep a promise where she might not be able to keep. But of course, at first Camila was happy of how much Luz had matured since the last time she saw her and before she was supposedly shipped off to camp. But when she found out that she chose to stay in the Demon Realm, Camila didn't take it too well. And so, like many other people, we can't help but wonder if what has been going on through Luz's head was the right thing to do. I mean, staying in the Demon Realm, especially after we get this.
No. When you come home, promise you'll stay here. I didn't mean to push you away. I swear things will be different.
Mom, it's not you. It never was.
Promise me, Luz. Please.
So for this video, I'm gonna go over some of the perspectives of this decision on what Luz had done. I'm gonna say, in my personal opinion, it's a yes and no. On the one hand, the Demon Realm definitely helped Luz overcome some of her own difficulties and helped her grow as a person, which I will explain later in the video, as well as what it had done to Camila emotionally. But aside from that, I'm also going to talk about the impact that Luz's decision had on the Boiling Isles. Without further ado, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so I'm not gonna lie here. I do see some of the problems that Luz has done. With the spiders, I do find a bit understandable. With the snakes, it was completely understandable. And of course, with the fireworks, that's also a very good reason why Luz could have been sent to camp, because this was somewhat of a destructive behavior. And in some ways, Luz was trying to deal with a lot, and Camila was trying her best to understand her daughter, as well as the fact she was just trying to assure her that she's not being alienated, though as we kind of see later on, that wasn't the case. As well as she tries to show Luz that she accepts her creativity, as well as trying to make her feel like this could be the best situation ever. But sometimes it was, in some ways, Camila is still stuck in the past for some reason. It does feel like that her fear is raised higher since she now knows that her daughter is in another world and possibly in all threats of danger for all she knows, which is probably why she feels a little clingy to Luz. Not to the point where it's extremely toxic, but up to the point where it is something concerning on Camila's part. But we do see that her daughter is probably the only thing she has in the world, and she just wants Luz to be safe, no matter what. So in the beginning of the series, Luz wanted a place that she could call her own, something that would give her an identity. And of course, maybe this camp wasn't exactly an ideal place. Even though V was able to make some new friends there, Luz wasn't as reassured. or very confident about it, despite of how she always is such an upbeat person. Along the way, she meets Ida, King, Gus, Willow, people who know what it's like to be treated on the outside, to be viewed and looked down upon as something different, something that isn't worth being valued. And in a lot of ways, Luz just feels some comfort that she's not alone anymore. In Knock Knock on Hootie's Door, Luz mentioned that she was being called out for being cheesy for that sort of thing. And of course, this resulted in a hint that she's been bullied before in the past, and probably frequently from what we have seen. And maybe that's part of a reason why she had such a destructive behavior. Subconsciously, it was a form of self-defense, to try to keep some people at bay because they were making fun of who she is, and it was her only way of defending herself. I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be more information about Luz's dad, who may be the source of some of Luz's problems. So, if you've been constantly bullied all your life in one place, of course it would make sense for Luz to be skeptical that she would go to a camp filled with weird kids who have to be normal people all the time. While at the same time, she also wants to find a place where she just got fed up with it, with what her town had given her, and it's understandable from what we've seen with the president and how everyone is treated towards each other. So of course, it's not Camila that we should hate, it's more of the other people of how they treated Luz in the beginning, which may be part of a reason why she stayed in the human realm. In Demon So, as we probably figured, throughout the series, Luz has made a very huge impact on everyone's life. King felt like he had a special someone to talk about his issues and insecurities, while Evita, she was able to have her character growth thanks to Luz.
Me? Well, it won't. You helped me find King's crown when you barely knew me. You saved me from turning to stone, and you even got me talking to my sister again. So, unfortunately for you, my life is pretty great because I'm friends with Luz the human.
And not just Ida. Willow definitely needed the most character development, facing off with Basha, as well as growing more confident in her powers and who she is as a person. Gus did have some confidence from Luz, even though he probably should have spent more time with it later on the series. And of course, Amni became a better person and had a great relationship with Luz, growing out of that self-hatred that they both had over the years. Amni becoming more independent and confident, while Luz was finally feeling valued for who she is. On top of that, Luz is slowly facing off Emperor Belos. The first time around was a little dicey, but she is starting to learn more about her powers as well, and learning more about the Emperor's Coven through Hunter and Lilith, figuring out in some ways how to take down Belos while at the same time making sure she gets home. Even though she's struggling with those feelings right now, she may be the key to prevent Belos from succeeding in his plans of taking over the Demon Realm, and I'm pretty sure she's slowing down the Day of Unity as much as she possibly can. So overall, I say her decision to stay in the Demon Realm had a lot of positives, even though she broke her mother's heart and made her feel upset about the whole situation. It definitely helped Luz become a better person. Even if she went to camp, I think it would only just help her learn how to be a proper adult, but it wouldn't exactly help with some of the real problems that she has. Because sometimes not all of those facilities will really address those sorts of problems. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Luz did the right thing by going to the Demon Realm? Let me know through comments, subscribe, do a like. This is Dragon Videos, signing off.